Here's the definition of sedition.
All right.
The crime or offense of inciting discontent, resistance, or rebellion against the established government or authority, typically through speech, writing, or organized action without necessarily amounting to outright treason or violent insurrection. I don't know about you, Mark, but that video clip you played sounds pretty sedition-ish to me.
It's sedition adjacent. It's okay, boy.
It's sedition.
I'm a big meaning of words person.
Well,
isn't that crazy vague? What?
Well, it's textbook. Well, that's the definition of sedition in the Military Code of Justice.
Yeah,
the crime or offense of inciting discontent, resistance, or rebellion against the established government or authority, typically through speech. Well, that's what they're doing. They're saying they're telling the military, members of the military, resist, don't obey orders. And again, go back to the Martha McCallum interview. Look at these goofballs with all the follow-up interviews they're giving. They won't say what it is they think is the unlawful order.
No.
They don't know. You know why? Because they're lying. They're lying, Mark. It's a bald-faced lie that there have been any unlawful orders, and they know it. All they have to do is, look, just explain it. I saw Greg Gutfeld and Jessica Charloff mix it up yesterday. That was classic.
It was tremendous.
Oh, it was great. He kept saying, well, what is it? What's the unlawful order? Trump bad, Orange man bad.
So my Grok buddy has just done me a favor because in having you talk about sedition and its broad definition, I thought, okay, how is it exactly phrased in the Uniform Code of Military Justice? Here we go. Now we hone it down.
Right.
Any person subject to this chapter who, with intent to usurp or override lawful military authority, refuses, in concert with any other person, to obey orders or otherwise do his duty, or creates any violence or disturbance, is guilty of mutiny, and then with intent to cause the overthrow or disruption of lawful civil authority. So it's all going to come down to what's lawful and what is not. An order does not become illegal because Democrats don't like it.
That's right. But see, now you got a complicit media that's going to try to advance a narrative that what Trump and Pete Hegseth and Marco Rubio and what this government is doing is unlawful, and it's just not. Jason Crow was asked in that interview with Martha, was asked 4 times, what illegal orders are you referring to? And he could never, ever answer it. You know what I'm a little down about today? Let me tell you what worries me. Because now the new wave, here's the new shiny object out of the crap file. The crap file has now produced
tell everybody what the crap file is.
The crap file is every time Republicans or Trump has a win, then the Democrats pull something out of the crap file to try to negate that win or try to mitigate it. So, Trump and the Republicans thumped the Democrats over the government shutdown. It was an abject failure for them. So, okay, let's do Epstein. Let's try Epstein for a while. Now the Epstein thing is blowing up in their faces because all these Democrats are being revealed as having. And can I talk about your Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett?
Please do. As she took was it in a committee thing or a floor speech, talked about various people who had Jeffrey Epstein contributions, including EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin, et cetera, and they did indeed have Jeffrey Epstein contributions.
Well, they had a man named Jeffrey Epstein.
Not the same. It's a Dr. Jeffrey. It's a
the dummy
guy.
Doesn't even know the difference.
She asked about that. You see her asked about that, and she doubled down and says, "Well, she
didn't double down. Pathetic. Well, yeah. She said, "I never said it was that Jeffrey Epstein." Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. She actually said in CNN, this liberal loudmouth dumbbell, I never said that it was that Jeffrey Epstein. And she stood there to smear. And by the way, she didn't just smear Lee Zeldin. Romney, George Bush, McCain, Palin, Rick Lazio. She found out that there was a Jeffrey Epstein, and she took there and she publicly excoriated them, thinking it was the pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. You know what depresses me? People do like her. What kind of imbecile do you have to be to support Jasmine Crockett? I'm serious. What kind of an idiot do you have to be to say, oh yeah, that's our gal. She's the future.
You've touched on something really important because she's a complete moron. She's clickbait. She is engaging in her odd little way if you are a big lib in District 30, if listen, just get out there and be flashy. I mean, it's kind of funny. I mean, she makes AOC look like Margaret Thatcher.
Oh my gosh! I mean, she's dumb. This woman is. Let's just get it out there. Jasmine Crockett is dumber than a bag of hair. I mean, she's a moron. You're right. Moron's the right word.
So should it matter? I would hope, and I've said this a lot, and there's a wonderful man named Sheldon Daniels, a Republican, so how much chance, I don't know, I guess we'll find out, running in the district. But listen, even find somebody to primary her who's not brain damaged. Find somebody, because the answer to your question is they love what she stands for. They love the policies, so they're willing to overlook some of the stupidity, if not all of it.
Some of the stupidity, it's all the stupidity. Speaking of stupidity, we learned this week that a 3-judge panel ruled 2-1 that Texas is not going to be allowed to use newly drawn maps in the midterms. Now, did you read the dissent? It's fascinating, scathing. The judge who dissented said, "This is the most blatant exercise of judicial activism that I have ever witnessed."
Yep, it will not stand. It will not stand.
No way. It'll get overturned on appeal. You can't come along if you're Gavin Newsom and say, "Oh, God, there's Prop 50. Let's." You did it in California, but you're not going to get to do it in Texas. So all of this fits into a narrative that we're now reading. Here's Axios, which I always go to in the morning, and they're mainstream and they're lefties, but nonetheless, Axios, Jim Van de Heye, Mike Allen, behind the curtain, red alert. Everywhere Republicans look, they see big political trouble. Worse, they think things are going to get bleaker. Step back and survey.
Who does? Yeah, who thinks things are going to get bleaker? Who they talk to?
Tell me about it. Well, look,
you can always find somebody.
Well, they'll find somebody. They see it in rising internal MAGA drama and division. They see it in top November races where they got cooked. Oh, yeah, where all the Democrats who were supposed to win won.
Thoroughly expected.
They see private and public polling show Trump's persistently plummeting popularity. Now, I will say this. There is merit to this whole affordability debate. I don't think there's any question. It's got to get better. For crying out loud, it's been 9 months. Yeah. How long? You can't turn the economy around in a day.
It takes some time. And I wish that Trump would, and his people would say, look, you want to talk about affordability and the difference between Republicans and Democrats for affordability? How affordable are the red states versus the blue states? Boom. Now, who are you going to pay attention to?
Well, here's the issue I want to bounce off you, though. Harry Enton yesterday on CNN, the political numbers guru, said, look, here's some facts. Trump is more popular in terms of foreign policy, not only more popular than he was in his first term, but he's more popular than Bush, Clinton, or Obama.
Yep.
So Trump is killing, but I think that's part of the problem. I believe part of the issue is a lot of Trump supporters are saying, okay, we know that this issue in Sudan is important.
This rest of the world stuff is lovely, but
it's nice. We got to fix. We hate it for Ukraine. Gaza, Hamas, awful. How about let's get our turkey prices down? How about let's get
instead of paying attention to Turkey, let's pay attention to Turkey on the shelves at Tom Thumb.
And I've got faith they're going to do it. I really do. But
they will find a way to keep these plates spinning, because you can't be America only. This notion of isolationism is not wise, and they've got to find a way to make that argument.
But you do have to make America first.
100%.
You can't be America 100%. Only, but you got to prioritize America. And I have to admit, and I have to just say, I'm a little uncomfortable.
Is this the thing? Is it because, go ahead, with what?
Well, with this focus on Sudan, and it's all good. It's important, but not as important as people not being able to, pay their rent.
You know what? You know what'll make everything better? Prices of stuff coming down a little in the first of the year. If those things actually happen, as Scott Bessent says, that the first quarter of 2026 is going to contain some nice relieving economic news, if that actually happens, then people will give President Trump a little more latitude to pay attention to some far-flung corners.
Maybe a lot more latitude.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.